Sunday hoops for you as we are coming to you from Ohio Dominican University in Alumni Hall for the Battle of the 614 matchup between Perrysburg and Big Walnut. Unfamiliar foes, but they will match up well tonight. Part one of our two-part coverage from the Battle of the 614 delayed streams for you. We got the pregame show coming up next.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that?
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
our matchup between the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets and the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. Perrysburg 10-2 on the season, Big Walnut 6-4, but don't let that deceive you as they have played a host of very competitive teams so far this season. I've got Joshua Anderson in the booth with me, joining for another Big Walnut basketball game. Josh, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Bryce. It's a great weekend, and I'm just excited to be back, man. Excited to see some good hoops today, especially on this MLK weekend. And I got a feeling we're going to have a good classic one tonight.
Should be a very good one. We are here at the Battle of the 614 tournament at Ohio Dominican University. We'll go ahead and dig into our team spotlight for the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. And as we mentioned, 10-2 on the season. They're the number 23 team in Division I and the 65th team in the great state of Ohio. On the 9th of January, they defeated Findlay. On the 13th, Whitmer and Springfield 90-46 on the 16th. A team that is very familiar with dominating other opponents.
Definitely, Bryce. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to come out and play against Big Walnut tonight. They put up a plethora amount of points, and they want to do that tonight, Bryce.
Taking a look at our player spotlight for Perrysburg, and it is Braylon Foster, only a junior, but against Springfield, he put up 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks as the power forward. Definitely has the size at 6'4", and he'll be a presence all night long underneath the basket.
Definitely. I want to see how he's going to dominate the boards, Bryce. I'm a big old-fashioned kind of guy. Sometimes you got to feed the big man. Right? He's hungry. Give him the food, man. Give him the rock.
Taking a look at our keys to victory for Perrysburg and cutting off those driving lanes. It's something that Big Walnut loves to do, is just flashing with speed towards the basket, sometimes a little bit out of control, but when it's really going well and the baskets are falling, they can establish a dominant lead and is dialing up that tempo as quickly as possible. While Big Walnut has that size and physicality, the quickness sometimes is not there. So if they can exploit that, they can have a real shot of success tonight.
Definitely, Bryce. So, just kind of capitalizing on Big Walnut's mistakes. That's going to be probably one of the bigger keys too, as well. Like you said, playing that mistake-free basketball. That's going to be a big implication who wins this game tonight, Bryce.
Taking a look at our team spotlight for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, and as we mentioned, 6-4 on the season, losing to Olentangy on the 10th, 60-54, but victories over Dublin, Scioto, and a huge overtime victory. Carson Scholl knocking down the layup with just 4 seconds remaining to put them ahead by 2. Huge moral victory for them 2 days ago, and we'll see if they're able to carry that in tonight.
Like you said, Bryce, these guys have been battle-tested, especially early on here this season. I expect them to hit their stride here throughout if they're going to make some noise in the tournament coming next month, Bryce. But, they have to figure out things now if they want to make a big splash in the tournament later on in the season.
We'll take a look at our player spotlight for the evening, and it has to be Eli Stump. His stats against Westland standing out: 29 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals. Point guard is only a junior and only getting better. We saw him during the football season take a lot of those maturity steps as a quarterback, and you're starting to see that reflected on the basketball court as well.
Definitely, Bryce. And like you said, just kind of filling his own shoes, right? Last year, he kind of was making a lot of brash decisions, trying to do a lot, trying to put that cape on and be Superman all throughout the whole game. It's going to be interesting to see, as he's maturing into this role as the leader of this team, picking his spots, right? Being the superhuman being that we know he can be, and letting his team get involved. So it's a committee, Bryce, not one person steals the show.
Taking a look at our keys to victory for the Big Walnut Golden Eagles and having mindful control over the ball, over their bodies as they drive to the lane. Some good shots, but also denying lane access defensively. Perrysburg has a couple of big guys down low that can really put the ball up against the basket, put back attempts on offensive rebounds, and they got to do the best that they can, keeping those guys outside of 10 feet.
Definitely, Bryce. Like you said, it's crashing the boards. I'm guaranteed. I don't have a lot of money, but I'll bet you $2 whoever wins this game is going to win the rebounding advantage. So we'll see how that is going to transpire tonight. But that for Big Walnut, that's just going to be one of the big guys, playing physical down low, denying those kind of trees down for Perrysburg to get them out the post. The more opportunities for them to have more shots is usually bad for the opposing team, right?
Absolutely, and just under 2 minutes remaining until opening tip-off. And again, we are here at the Battle of the 6-1-4 in the Battle Series. They also do the Battle of the 7-4-0 all across the state of Ohio. But a lot of interesting matchups. We just saw Olentangy play as well. Newark, too, undefeated Newark. Continuing that undefeated streak, but against DeSales, they had a big test in front of them.
Definitely, Bryce. It was just good basketball. You know, it was, had us at the edge of our seats by the last buzzer. And like I said, I think this is going to be another game like that. You know, this is January. It's peak ball season here in Ohio, especially for high school sports. So, you know, it's good just to see what the other schools have out here. So I'm interested to see. It's going to be some good ball.
And we are just past the halfway mark in the regular season, and this is where the conditioning really starts to come through. All the work you put in at the beginning of the season, the preseason, running up and down the floor, it's starting to pay off now, and it's starting to become a test of the teams that can really hold down that endurance for all 4 quarters.
Definitely, Bryce. Just once again, it's all about the physicality and all about the stamina that you're going to have. You know, you always heard this thing, you know, if you're trying to get in shape during the season, by the end of the season, you'll be in shape. This is where the off-season pays dividends, right? Making sure you guys are well hustled and just doing the little things, right? Jumping on the floor if there's a loose ball. Going the extra mile instead of the extra pick, pushing the tempo even when you're feeling kind of gassed. These are the things that are the difference between wins and losses here in basketball, especially in January, Bryce.
And so we are getting ready to meet at midcourt. No pregame festivities, no announcements or anything. We are ready to play basketball. And honestly, it's kind of fun that way.
Definitely, Bryce. You don't need all those formalities sometimes. Sometimes you just need to get some ball in, right? We all know why we're here.
Definitely so. At the Battle of the 6-1-4 ordeal here, we are getting ready to get underway. Carson Scholl at center court will be facing off against Evan Sterling, the 6'5" power forward senior. We are underway here at Alumni Hall. Big Walnut winning the tip-off. Starting off looking like just a simple man-to-man. Able to get it down low. Pollock takes it up strong. He'll be fouled, but the basket won't go down. He'll have to take 2.
And that's going to be interesting, Bryce, to see if Big Walnut is going to attack down low early and often, trying to get those Perrysburg big men in foul trouble here early on.
And no luck on the first half of the free throw. He'll try a second. Same luck on the second one, so still tied at 0 here in the first quarter. Looks like Big Walnut going with the zone, laxing off on the defense and ended up knocking it down in his face. It was Adam Gray, the 6'1" guard.
It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to stick to that zone, Bryce. You know, seeing like Perrysburg was, whoa.
Scholl will go to the line for one more after knocking down the 3 ball.
Jeez Louise, Bryce. What a way to start the game off right there. 3 for me, add 1 more.
And so a foul for either side as Scholl will look to complete the 4-point play. And unable to do so. Rebound going to Perrysburg.
It's going to be interesting, Bryce, to see if Big Walnut's able to capitalize on these free throws. 0 for 3 so far starting this game. Something to be mindful of watching this.
We have a jump ball. Good hustle play on all fronts of everyone getting down on that. It'll be Ben Palmer taken out of bounds along the sideline. Gabriel Stumpf in his face. Patterson guarding closely. Gray on the lob pass, finding Sterling, and Sterling puts it off the glass for 2. Of course, we are playing with the shot clock, but I suspect we won't get close to that 0 anytime soon in this game.
Definitely. Shots have been early and often, Bryce, early and often.
And Stump running in orbit. Powers it inside, takes it up, and they will call the foul. Stump will go to the line. I believe will go to the line for 2. No, they'll take it out of bounds.
Yeah, it says on the floor, but it's been very evident, Bryce, that Big Walnut's trying to attack the basket as much as they can. This is a third foul for Perrysburg, and we're only about what 2 minutes in. This is crazy.
So again, the bonus rules at 5 during the quarter. They will go to the free throw line for 2. Currently, Perrysburg has 2 fouls. Big Walnut has none. Stump takes it up, and he's rejected at the rim. Another look on our BS Media Productions instant replay.
And that's just good recovery defense by Perrysburg right there. Again, the shot block.
And an offensive foul away from the ball, they'll say on the off-ball screen.
Yeah, as you can look at it, you can kind of see, he really gets set right there, and his arms are kind of doing that little fidgeting on top when you're starting to pick. You got to be sturdy as a wall, Bryce.
And so first team foul for Big Walnut. It'll go against Cam Patterson. Driving with the left hand, looking towards the baseline. The reverse layup, a nice shifty move is good for 2. Eli Stump up at the wing. Down to Scholl, who had the 3-pointer. Pollock with a full head of steam underneath the basket, taking it up. Offline on the layup. Now the fast break effort is going to be slowed down. Gray working off a screen, finding Palmer. Down to the corner, they'll try the 3-ball. Bauer just misses. Stump on the left hand is essentially tackled. That will be the 4th team foul for Perrysburg.
It's going to be mindful to see if Big Walnut's going to attack the basket even more aggressively now, since they're so close to being that bonus price.
5:19 remaining here in the first quarter. Stump all alone puts his shoulder down and off the glass, an easy 2.
That was good by Stump, able to find Pollock right there for the easy layup, Bryce.
Oh, and a great idea on the pick and roll opportunity. Now down to the corner, able to save it, 20 on the shot clock. Skipping it to the other corner. Gray thinks about it. Stepping into a 15-footer. Palmer, no good. And on the rebound, they say there will be a foul on the floor. I think Scholl is who they're calling it against. His first, second team foul. Take it out of bounds along the sideline.
See, they got a little handsy on that rebound, Bryce.
Gray has the whole right side of the floor, 2 men in his face. And can't get the mid-range jumper to go down. Big Walnut on the other end. Patterson in rhythm, tries the 3, splash!
Forgot my brother, Bryce. This is raining threes this first quarter.
First time Big Walnut has led in this game, able to get by Scholl, who was over eager on the defensive shutout. Halfway gone in the first quarter. Gray with the man on his left hip. Pollock with the rebound, looking ahead. Stump on the wing, working one-on-one behind the back, takes it up strong, and he's in for 2.
That's a strong take right there. Behind the back, to the right, able to finish, Bryce. Man, you can tell you his Wheaties today.
Take another look at that one. Just a great move. And recognizing almost immediately that he was in an isolated situation, feeling, I don't think the size mismatch, but more so the skill mismatch, the big versus the ball handling abilities, and that was just easy for him.
Definitely, Bryce. And we talked about that in the pregame show that, you know, just picking your spots, seeing the matchup, being able to evaluate and say, hey, you know, green light, let's attack this now. Let's try to get some easy buckets right here. I think that's what's going to need, that Big Walnut is going to have to need if they're going to get a W for this game, is just kind of picking their mismatches and being able to really exploit those and put in Perrysburg in some awkward spots.
So Big Walnut leading 10-7 after the timeout, 3:48 remaining here in the first quarter. They're hanging on to their first lead of the ball game, but looking against numbers, in rhythm, a 3-ball from Foster. Too far.
It's interesting. You seem like Perrysburg liked that look against that press, but was just one thing to capitalize right there, Bryce.
Trying the 3 now. Brady Simon with the green light.
Bryce, that's just disgusting, man. They're letting fire from all cylinders from beyond the arc right now.
Everyone's getting an opportunity to shoot.
I know they're going to call me down there right now, Bryce.
Closed out.
One.
Well, Bauer gets the 3-ball right back, puts them back within 1 possession.
That's a great response by Perrysburg, saying, hey, we can shoot those too, man. We can shoot those too.
Scholl looking inside, working on Foster, falling away with the mid-range jumper. That's been a highlight this season. Scholl only attempting 22 field goals last season that weren't 3-pointers. This year, adding that element to his game.
It's a lost art, Bryce. I'm going to sound like an old head when I say this, but we need to get back to the mid-range game, right? Such a great thing to do. He's able to shake his defender off and able to get a nice bucket. I wouldn't call it easy because he definitely worked for it, but that was a great, great bucket for Big Walnut.
So with 2:45 remaining, Big Walnut leading by 5. Working it down low, Foster immediately picked up on the double team. They have to send it back out. Stumpf giving Gray no room at all, but they'll call the foul.
Yeah, I think you got him in the push right there, Bryce. Got to move your feet.
Take one more look, and just a little handsy. So instead, it'll be Drew Harris guarding the point guard. Palmer gets him to bite on the pump fake. The spin move at the basket, and Stumpf is there to pick up the rebound.
Good move. Just once again, having 3 defenders in your face is to make a difficult shot. Interesting to see if they're going to go back to that one, Bryce.
Just working it along the wing from volleyball line to volleyball line. It was Harris who took it up strong and knocked out of bounds. 17 remaining on the shot clock. So it'll be Stumpf taking it out underneath the basket. Right there is Drew Harris, but too far to the left. Looking up the floor, they have numbers if they seize it quickly, trying the 3-ball. DeVries offline. Now Big Walnut on the break. Double teamed behind the back, and the left hand taking it up. Stumpf creating space.
Once again, he's getting to his spot, Bryce. You know, he's just attacking the basket, just finishing it. Great play by Stumpf right there.
Not deterred at all by the second defender in the vicinity. Recognized that he had an assignment.
Definitely. He had a will, and he didn't let anybody get in his way, Bryce.
Bauer all alone.
Ooh,
puts it over the head of Harrington.
Great bucket right there. Nice little floater to get the bucket right there, Bryce.
It's got to be something he practices often.
Have to, right? That takes a lot of practice and dedication.
Moving to his left again, Stumpf will be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. Kind of a late decision to blow the whistle, but I do think ultimately that's the correct call. A lot of contact and sort of wrapping him up there at the end.
Yeah, Bryce, you know, they just, at this point in time, just can't really hold him, right? It's just, and he's kind of having his way, getting to his spots, getting to what feels comfortable to him, which right now is just kind of attacking the basket. But it's interesting to see how that's going to open things up for Big Walnut moving forward.
Stumpf makes the first of 2, and Perrysburg getting into the team foul trouble pretty early on, having 4 fouls with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Avoided disaster, just now picking up that 5th foul with 57.9 remaining.
Yeah, Bryce, these look pretty bleak for them. You know, like you said, having 4 fouls with 5 minutes to go. I think it's a commendable thing that they're able to go this far in the quarter without getting to that bonus.
Stumpf knocks down both of them. 7-point lead, 50 seconds remaining. An opportunity to go 2 for 1 with the shot clock in play. And they will call a foul. Coach Stumpf not happy about that one.
See, we got a replay right here, Bryce. Yeah, you know, that's I can see why Coach Stumpf isn't happy about that one, but I see the rest mindset and vision right there.
Yeah, not so much of a reach, more so using the body to impede the space of the ball handler.
Definitely. It's kind of like he was towering over him. You kind of see he was kind of leaning over.
Right.
Yeah.
And so another foul. We'll put Perrysburg in the bonus with 33.8 remaining, and they'll have 2 free throws. There's number 1. Knocks the lead down to 6. Adam Gray makes the second. Looking up the floor. Having trouble with it on the ground. A lot of contact, 10 on the clock. Stumpf looking up the floor. To the corner, trying the 3 ball. Ooh. And a quick 3. Sets them up by 8 as the first quarter expires. Big Walnut leading this one 22-14 over Perrysburg. Join us for second quarter action coming up next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Second quarter action here at Alumni Hall of Ohio Dominican University, and Big Walnut establishing an 8-point lead after the first quarter. Getting the ball right back, they'll look to extend it. Scholl thinking about the 3. Stumpf will try a mid-range jumper, can't get the friendly bounce. Rebound goes to Perrysburg. A 3 ball off the front of the rim. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Perrysburg.
And Perrysburg kind of just look really disheveled right now, Bryce. Haven't been able to find anything that they feel comfortable with consistently. Big Walnut's defense has been suffocating them, especially in this 3-2 zone.
Flying out, and they really are denying any opportunity that Perrysburg has to shoot the 3 ball.
It seems like they started off with a 3-2, now they're going to a 2-3. My apologies. But either way, it has been crazy. But good ball move by Perrysburg, being able to find that weak spot in the zone right there, Bryce.
Something we talked about. Will they be able to force out the post? But a steal right away in the face of Stump. Palmer will take it up and so close to having a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, he tried to take Stump's cookies right there, but got the milk on the floor. Hopefully he's able to capitalize on these 2 free throw shots right now, Bryce.
Gets number 1.
And that's one thing you will say is probably the big difference right now for Perrysburg, and that's going for them, that they're hitting their free throws. You know, something that Big Walnut's not doing right now, but they're going to have to attack the basket and try to get some free points out of this, Bryce.
Cutting the lead to 4 now. Defender selling out. Stump able to get to the ball in time. Scholl trying to create space for himself as he works on Foster. And Stump heating up from mid-range.
Man, gonna make me take my jacket off, man. It's getting pretty hot in here.
Palmer thinks about it. Now Foster to the corner. DeVries with the triple.
And that's a much-needed 3 by Perrysburg. It seems like they're trying to decipher this zone. Having a couple good trips down this end of the floor as of recent, Bryce. See, they're able to be consistent and foul through.
Now a 3-point game. Stump will pick up the foul and go to the free throw line for 2.
Once again, Bryce, Stump is just attacking the rim mercilessly, right? He's not giving it up by any means, and it's working. He's definitely seeing something that we don't see, but he's doing great things.
Stump will try 2 and rolls in the first one.
I think that might be the first free throw they made tonight.
6:04 remaining here in the second. A chance to separate this lead even further. And there's the back end. Substitution, and Stump comes off the floor. Instead it'll be Brady Simon coming on.
You should see is that Perrysburg's going to tune in, so now Stump's off the floor, trying to maybe go on a little run right now.
Down to the corner, the 3 ball. No good, but over anxious on the defense as they tried to both go for the ball, and a lot of contact will lead to a Big Walnut foul. Second team foul. That foul going against Drew Harris, his second. Picking up the dribble, now to the wing, the pump fake. And a strong take to the basket. Tyson Bauer gets it for 2. Flying in is Brady Simon. Putting it back is Owen Pollock, who's fouled and will go to the free throw line for 2 and really needs these 2 free throws.
And that's just kudos to Pollock, able to clean that up right there, getting a rebound. Those second chance baskets are huge. See if he's able to knock these 2 free throws down, Bryce.
Unlucky on the first.
Seems like they're just having a rough day so far. The charity strike, Bryce.
An unfriendly roll, but Scholl rips it out of the hands of the Perrysburg player and puts it up against the glass.
Hey, that's mine. Give it to me, right?
On the other end, the 3 ball from DeVries offline. Now looking up the floor is Scholl, slowing it down. Gabe Stump stepping into the 3 ball, drawing the defender on the pump fake. Too hard off the back iron. Offensive rebound goes to Big Walnut, and a quick pass over to Brady Simon, and it's good for 2.
It kills the Bullock right there, finding the open teammate for easy basket right there. That's good team basketball right there, Bryce.
Trapped in the corner, working it around. Now back into the corner. Palmer tries the 3. They've been cold. Rebound goes to Scholl. Picking up his dribble, finally finding Pollock. Pollock working one-on-one, picking up another defender, and he is fouled on the reach-in. That's the third team foul for Perrysburg.
And it seems like, once again, that Big Walnut's in the advantage of trying to get to the basket, trying to get Perrysburg in that foul trouble for the bonus, Bryce. It's going to be pretty hard the rest of this quarter to not commit any fouls so early on.
So Pollock underneath the basket. On the block, putting on the moves, and too short. Perrysburg looks the other way.
Yeah.
Offensive foul will lead to the turnover. We'll take one more look at this one, and blindsided him.
Didn't really give him a chance to really look for it right there, Bryce. That's textbook open the shot.
We'll take one more look, but I think he had the hands up high too. Not intentionally, but it just really wasn't in a position to.
Yeah, I think it's also kind of the
extension, yeah.
Out there as well.
So 4:08 remaining here in the second quarter. Brady Simon running the point. Pollock hands it off to Stumpf, and an offensive foul sends it the other way. This one, we'll see who it goes against.
Yeah, it looks like a little moving screen by
Carson Scholl.
Yeah.
So that's his second.
You know, Big Walnut also has to be a little mindful too. 2 fouls away from the bonus as well. Especially as they play that aggressive defense, Bryce.
Yes, Perrysburg with 4 fouls, Big Walnut with 3. Still only about halfway gone in the second quarter.
Oh, great steal by Big Walnut Stumpf.
And I think that one created by Leo Weatherby, and Stumpf just happened to fall right on top of it. Great defense by Big Walnut. Stumpf flying to the basket, hitting the ground hard. He'll go to the line for 2 as he can't knock it down, but great play putting them in the bonus.
Once again, Stumpf just attacking the basket like there's no tomorrow. And it's working for Big Walnut, so why would you stop? So once again, you know, Perrysburg's in that bonus. It's going to be pretty tricky for them to navigate.
It's like a QB sneak he had, where it's like recognizing the gap, seeing Foster in the way. That's Foster's 3rd foul on the game.
He's been picking on them, Bryce. He's been picking on them. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be the coaching adjustments here going forward and here throughout this game. Because Stumpf obviously likes that matchup.
So he pulls him off to the side at least for a brief talk. Eight-point lead for Big Walnut.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and a huge rejection at the rim off the backboard. Gavin Harrington sending that one.
Packing him up and sending him nowhere to go, Bryce.
Harrington thinks about the 3. He had the space. Stumpf with the floater. Just too flat. They'll say last touch going against Perrysburg. So Big Walnut holds on to it. Substitution coming onto the floor. Brady Simon coming off. Gabriel Stumpf coming on. Stumpf has 8 points on the game. We'll slow it down, showing the screen. Stumpf is there. Now they'll try the 3 ball behind the 3. Stumpf knew what he wanted and took advantage.
You know, it's Stumpf world right now. We're just living in it, Bryce. He's getting anything he wants on the floor right now, and Perrysburg just doesn't have an answer.
Everything going right. On the other end, the cold streak continues for Perrysburg. Now facing an 11-point deficit. Stumpf continues. A tough shot, can't get it to go down. Palmer looking for the corner man, but Stumpf coming away with the steal, looking up the floor. Gabe Stumpf at the 3-point line, steps into it. Ooh, just rims out. Palmer with his own three, and with the space, knocks it down.
Much needed to stop the bleeding, Bryce. Perrysburg was looking pretty disheveled right there, right now, so able to kind of respond to do something out there.
And the bench of Perrysburg wanting the turnover, but they'll say that it stays with Big Walnut. Weatherby comes off the floor, as well as Harrington Scholl coming onto the floor. 1:43 remaining here in the second quarter. Tightly guarded, poked out of bounds.
Just seeing Perrysburg is kind of like playing them a little tighter, especially up towards the top of the key, Bryce.
Back in play quickly, 90 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Scholl thinking about the deep three, but the defense was there quickly. Pollock sends it out to the corner. Now Harris. Defender getting a hand on it. And a shot clock violation.
It must have hurt you say that there's no point earlier, huh?
Yeah.
But great defense by Perrysburg right there, able to kind of, you know, I think that's a great morale booster right there. We can stop them, right?
And we've seen it a couple of times today, that shot clock violation. I think most of the times it happens just not being aware that they have a shot clock in the moment.
Definitely, right? Kind of just forget about it a little bit. It's kind of the thing that comes with tournament play sometimes. Different rules.
On the lob underneath, Harrington guarding closely, but couldn't disrupt it enough. Perrysburg gets a couple back, trailing by 6 as we enter the 1 minute.
This is big for them for defensive possession right here. Able to get stopped for the 2-for-1, Bryce.
Just letting him run that weave. A great spin move, and a late whistle will send Harrington to the line for 2.
Yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like a little push off towards the end of the shot, Bryce, right there from the defender. Good call for the ref right now.
Not a ton of time left, only 31.4, but Big Walnut is in the bonus. Bangs home the first. There's number 2. So a flawless trip to the free throw line. Sets him up by 8. 20 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Skipping it up to the top. He'll drive. Looking for daylight.
Yeah.
So we'll see the official call. Going against Harrington, 4th team foul, 13.4 remaining here in the second.
Yeah, if he just wasn't set, I was just driving right there. Yeah, that's a good call right there, Bryce.
10 on the clock, the hold for the last shot, but 2 defenders in his face, trying to force something quick into the corner. Palmer tries the 3, green bean! And that will end the second quarter just a little bit closer than we expected. Big Walnut leading 36-31 over Perrysburg. Got a close one for you. Stay with us for third quarter action coming up next.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater. This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that? Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
We'd like to take a second to thank all of our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Sunbury Christian, it's about relationship, not religion. BS Media Productions, need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you're hiring. BS Media Productions, the most affordable, high-quality production company in North Central Ohio. Find them on Facebook. Central Star Home Health, when you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. PepsiCo, food, drinks, smiles, and Spherion Mid-Ohio. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Again, thank you to our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. To just 5 against the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets, and Big Walnut showing some great signs of life in this first half. Some great drives, some three-pointers as well. Everything seemed to be falling for them, but Perrysburg clawing back into this one.
Definitely, Bryce, and it just seems like kind of the biggest difference right now is just kind of like some free throws, right? You know, if, you know, Big Walnut hit their free throws, they'll be up by up that 10-11 right now, right? So, you know, that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to move forward, you know, in this game. And are they going to kind of cash in the charity strike? But like you said, you know, Big Walnut's kind of been anything that they wanted, they've been able to get. You know, with stump drops to the basket, they had a lot of nice help with some other teammates knocking some three-point shots, knocking them down. And Pollock has just been a monster on the boards, you know, just giving them some second opportunities and playing great defense on the other side of the floor as well. So, but once again, like you said, you know, Perrysburg is just not going quietly into the night tonight. Been able to do everything, jumping on the loose balls, you know, getting back on defense, walling stuff up, trying to slow down this Big Walnut offense as much as they can. But, you know, I think we have a nice barn burner for the second half. Let's see what their adjustment's going to be. You know, Powell has Perrysburg definitely tried to spread out Big Walnut, knock down a couple more threes to kind of like declutter the middle of the paint right now. It just seems like they've been trying to attack the basket, but just haven't had any luck going forward.
Taking a look at our halftime stats, Perrysburg with 7 twos, 5 threes, 9 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 9 fouls, and 2 free throws. Like you said, the free throw differential ended up making it 8 two-pointers, 4 threes, 11 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 10 fouls for Big Walnut. So we are underway here in the second half at Alumni Hall of Ohio Dominican University at the Battle of the 614 Showcase. Wasting no time at all. Foster has 3 fouls in the first half, tries the 15-footer. No good. Stump picking up the rebound.
Oh, nice pass.
And Hacked will go to the line for 2 as Pollock.
That was a great pass right there. Just Pollock wasn't able to finish it. Hopefully he's able to really score on the security strike right here, Bryce.
Has been a struggle for Pollock all season long, the free throws.
And that's a good defensive possession by Perrysburg right now. You know, they're able to get a stop. You know, cause them a foul, but it's worth it when you're able to get a stop at the basket.
On the ground to Palmer, guarded by Patterson. Now Gray. Foster with a quick move underneath the basket, puts him within 1 possession.
Interesting to see if he's only able to get going, Bryce. He was able not to get into a rhythm this first half due to foul trouble.
Scholl knocks down the triple from well behind the 3-point line.
Green Giant, man, it's balling, Bryce.
Battling down low, a desperation pass from the baseline, but they give it right back to him. Palmer stepping around, looking down low on the back door, but Stump was there. Patterson weaving now to Gabe Stump. A poor pass on the ground. Scholl trying to get to it, but they will say Big Walnut's going to hang on to it. They'll take it out from the sideline.
I really thought this would be Perrysburg ball right here. It seems like Perrysburg got the last hand on it as it went out.
So 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Scholl with no room to operate. Stump trying a deep 3 of his own. Bingo!
Oh my goodness, what can he do this game, Bryce? He's doing it all. Scoring all 3 facets of the ball.
Patterson with the steal. Another turnover for Perrysburg as they look up the floor. Scholl, whammy!
Oh man. Hit him with the Green Giant, right, Bryce? They're just raining out here.
Another one. Scholl with 13 on the game, trailing only Stump with 14.
Goodness gracious, Bryce. Bring your umbrella. It's raining freeze here at Ohio Dominican. Man.
This one breaking open so quickly. At halftime, they were trailing by just 5. Now Perrysburg facing a 12-point deficit.
And that's tough. That was a much-needed timeout for them to catch their bearings because they need to get something shaking here soon. If I was a coach right now, I'd say, hey, let's just try to cut this to half by the end of this quarter. But we're going to need to turn up the defense on us, and especially in transition.
So after the timeout, we'll see what adjustments need to be made. Picking up at 3/4 court is Gabe Stumpf, so exerting a little bit more pressure on Adam Gray, the point guard. Driving with the left hand, they work it around. Foster has it in his hands, throwing it away. They will call a foul. That's unpopular with the audience, but all the same will be underneath the basket. First team foul for Big Walnut.
Shooting 2 right now, Bryce.
Oh, so a shooting foul, they'll call it.
Looked like he got him on the way up right there.
So that'll give him a chance at 2. It's Brady Maxwell, the junior small forward. Unlucky on the first. We'll have another try. Can't get either of them, so rebound Big Walnut as they look up the floor.
That's a tough going for Perrysburg. You need to cash in on those, especially when they're digging to this lead, Bryce.
But an opportunity for Big Walnut to set this lead to as many as 15. Stumpf not guarded closely, so no count started. Scholl working it down low, touches every single part of the rim and finally goes in. Carson Scholl has 15. But on the other end, I think he'll pick up a foul.
You can say that's a difference in the second half so far for Perrysburg. Try to be a little more faster in transition, attack the basket so Big Walnut doesn't get set up in that zone. That's been giving a lot of headaches throughout this game, Bryce.
So the foul going against Gabe Stumpf, the freshman, only his second. Harris with 2, Gabe Stumpf with 2, and Scholl with 2. Eli Stumpf has 1, and that's what we're looking at on the floor right now. Whole host of guys over in foul trouble for Perrysburg.
Well, you know what they say, Bryce, you got 5. I guess you got to use them, right?
Right. Tyson Bauer has 3, Brady Maxwell has 3, and Foster has 3. We're going the other way on the turnover.
And that's interesting, right? Because as a coach, you're kind of hammering in and want to go faster. But you want to make great decisions as you do. And I just feel like there has been a lot of great decisions these couple times down at this end of the floor for Perrysburg. They have been going faster, yes, but you want to be mindful of making sure you're getting the most out of your possessions.
So they relieve a couple of the guys in foul trouble. Pollock takes it all the way in from the half-court line. And Big Walnut calls a quick timeout. Only 30 seconds, but they have a 14-point lead as we approach the halfway mark here in the third quarter.
Man, Pollock is just cutting through that defense, Bryce. I love it when the big man drives to the rack like that. It's just so refreshing, so refreshing.
So much speed. He had a guy in front of him recognizing had probably about a good 6 inches on him.
Yeah.
Just explodes towards the basket.
The big guy turned on the afterburners, the blow past the defense, and the rest is what we know. He was able to get an easy bucket.
So after the 30-second timeout, there will be 4:21 remaining here in the third quarter. Big Walnut leading this one 49-35. And in play we go. Gray across midcourt, finds Sharpie into the corner. Palmer changing the fortunes of Perrysburg with that 3 ball.
That's a big one. That cuts it down to 11, Bryce.
Scholl too short on the 3 ball, looking up the floor. DeVries. And they'll say a foul from behind, I believe, on the rebounding exchange.
Yeah, something got him on his hand right there from the rebound, Bryce.
So underneath the basket, they'll check it in. Paymer finding the wing. Bauer, no good on the triple.
It's going to be interesting, Bryce. It seemed like Big Walnut was a little smaller.
And Stump just able to roll it over the front of the rim and reclaims the team's leading scorer.
Good, Bryce. I was going to say before Stump got that easy lay, that it looks like Big Walnut was going a little smaller, so I'm interested to see if Perrysburg's going to start attacking them a little more aggressively down low. Yeah, he did it.
And they'll call a travel against Scholl on the drive.
Took one or maybe two extra steps that you're allowed there, right there, Bryce. Can't do that. It's against the rules.
I think sliding that back pivot foot too.
Uh-oh.
A lot of contact, but a foul called. We'll take another look. Fourth team foul for Big Walnut.
Gotta be careful, especially the last 3 minutes. That's how you can get teams come back into it. It's getting them in foul trouble right here, Bryce.
Trying the three. Paymer heating up.
For the 3-3-3-3-3, Bryce. That was just beautiful.
Cutting the lead down to 8. Stump. Not under control as he took it up. It's going to go the other way.
This is a big possession for Perrysburg. They're able to cut this down to, well, really a more manageable lead right now. Doing everything right. See if they're able to capitalize on Big Walnut's mistakes.
Bauer penetrates to the basket. Wow. Stump tries to get in from behind, but he should have kept him in front.
Easy lay for the Yellow Jackets right there, Bryce.
So with now only a 6-point lead. Pollock underneath, turns back around and lifts it over the shoulder for 2. Lead back to 8. Gray being harassed up high. Back to the top. Sharpie. And they're going to call a foul going the other way.
Like it was a little bit of loose ball foul right there, Bryce. As you see, kind of pushed out Stump right there. That's a big no-no in the basketball community, Bryce.
We are inside of 2 minutes. Second team foul for Perrysburg. Scholl with the screen, giving Stump some room from 14 feet. He's fouled on the mid-range jumper and will go to the line for one more.
And count the basket, Bryce. Once again, Stump's able to get to his spots and pick and choose and able to dissect his Yellow Jackets defense. They really have no answer the whole night, Bryce.
So setting the lead back at double digits and now a potential 3-point play. Stump looking for his 19th point on the night with this one.
Make it look so easy out there that my dad can go out there and do it, Bryce, right? That's Stump just doing what he does.
And no good on the free throw, so he'll have to stick with 2. Moving to his left, Bauer looking baseline. Scholl trying the block, but Bauer using the body nicely to shield the ball.
Great take by Bauer right there to kind of have that concentration finish right there.
Post up high, Stump. Now Scholl thought about the 3, looking overhead. Harrington underneath, dribbles off his own foot, has trouble staying with it. Everybody falls on top of it. Finally, Brady Simon gets tied up, but it's going to be a timeout. The possession arrow was already going their way, but with 4 timeouts remaining, taking one there, not the worst thing in the world.
Can't take them home with you, Bryce.
All right.
Can't take them home with you.
So still a lot of basketball left to be played. 1:03 remaining here in the third quarter.
No, it's a game of runs, Bryce. You can see, both teams have their own run this quarter. It's going to be interesting to see what team is going to kind of end this quarter off right. If Perrysburg able to make a good push, I think that's going to put them in a great spot to kind of capitalize this next quarter. But, Big Walnut's going to put them away. They can't take their foot off the gas, but they definitely want to cruise for the rest of this game, right?
A high-scoring affair here in the third quarter as both teams are to the floor. Timeout called. Big Walnut was scrounging to hold on to possession.
But it's just high energy, Bryce. Both of the teams dove on the floor for that loose ball. You can tell they both want it.
Eli down low. Hands it off. Stump trying the 3. Thought he was fouled. Referees say no. Turnover is essentially turns into an offensive rebound to Schultz in the right place and right time, picking up his 17th points of the night. Foster handing it off. Paymer no good on the 3 from the top of the key. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Let's see what they decide to do. 10-point lead. Scholl penetrating. Now Harrington. He'll try the 3 ball and scoots off the rim. Now Perrysburg with the ball. 15 on the clock. Just 5 on the clock. Paymer double teamed. Now he has space. Will try the 3 and no good. So 3 quarters in the books, and Big Walnut leading this one 57-47 over the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. Stay with us.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that? Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
Here we are in quarter 4 at Alumni Hall. Big Walnut leading the way 57-47 over Perrysburg at Ohio Dominican University. Battle of the 6-1-4 showcase. Jam-packed days, Saturday all the way through Monday. Scholl gets them started early, needs only 15 seconds to get them a basket.
Oh, that was pretty, Bryce. That was too pretty.
Scholl just a half a second, or Stump just a half a second too late on the defense as it's good for 2. Now a 10-point lead.
That's just great teamwork by Perrysburg, that last possession right there.
Scholl with the hand in his face, a deep 3 offline. Now looking up the floor, should be an easy 2, and it is. Brady Maxwell in transition.
You see Perrysburg is going to that full-time man-to-man right here, Bryce, trying to put some pressure on this Big Walnut offense.
Now fading the screen. Gabe Scholl can't hold on to it, and it's a turnover. Looking up the floor the other way, only an 8-point lead now.
Yeah, Foster open right there for a quick second, Bryce. Uh-oh.
Gray's gonna try a deep 3 of his own. And Stump jumps right on top of the missed basket. The pass is offline. Scholl just able to get a hand on it, but it sails out of bounds. It's another turnover.
Yeah, Bryce, there's been a couple turnovers the last couple of times on the Big Walnut side. Let's see if they're able to tune up that. And let's see if Perrysburg's able to kind of capitalize on those mistakes.
Six minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Time slowly ticking away. Scholl with a huge rejection underneath the basket.
Oh my goodness, he packed up his lunches, told him, get out of here, there's school tomorrow, right? Oh man.
Able to get by Gabe Stump, but not Carson Scholl. So after the rejection, Perrysburg hangs on to possession. Pollock guarding closely underneath the basket, skipping it to Paymer, now to Foster, up to the top, it's Bauer. Bauer all alone with the three ball, just trying to beat the shot clock.
Good ball move, just not able to capitalize right there for the Jackets, Bryce.
Stump goes behind the back and pulls it back out, now finds Gabe Stump. Owen scoop passes it to Scholl. Scholl takes it up strong, and a foul from the sideline official will send Scholl to the line for two.
That's a great take by Scholl right there, able to draw the foul. Hopefully they're able to get two from the charity strike right here, Bryce, for a Big Walnut.
And lucky that they ruled that one on Evan Sterling, only his first. That potentially could have been Foster's fourth foul.
Definitely make things a little more dicey for him going throughout this game. But if I was Perrysburg, I'd probably have to keep him in here and out. It's a great physical presence down low. Able to slow things down, but just haven't been able to get into that offensive rhythm that he's probably like.
There's number two. Scholl with 21 on the game. 5 left here in the fourth quarter. Bauer tries to take it up, but I think Scholl may have gotten a hand on it. We'll have a foul called maybe against Eli Stump. Oh, Owen Pollock instead, so that'll be his first on the game. No real fear of foul trouble at this point.
Yeah, you can never be too short, Bryce. You see crazy things happen in these games, right?
Definitely so. Back up to the top, Gray. And the threes not falling for Perrysburg.
Yeah, just hadn't able to take the lid off the basket from down the arc, Bryce.
Certainly had the looks to do so.
Definitely, definitely.
Patterson setting the screen for Scholl. Now Pollock down low. And they're gonna call a foul there. So that's the first foul on Andrew Sharpie, the senior 6'5" forward. Scholl in rhythm, bangs home the triple.
Wow.
Trying to get it back on the other end quickly. Now underneath the basket, a nice right hand from Sharpie.
Some distance on that three, Bryce, over and back.
Take one more look at that, but I do think that's the right call. I think so.
Yeah, his foot kind of, when he crossed the timeline, his foot kind of went back over it, Bryce.
So about halfway gone here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, nice pass. Oh!
And they're gonna call a foul, sending him to the line for one more. Eli Stump not happy about it.
Wow. You know, back in my day, we used to get up and scream, and one! That was a good one right there. The Stump definitely made him earn that one.
So 2 team fouls for either side. Paymer can't get the free throw to go. Looking ahead, Simon just fades it off the backboard. Pollock's got to watch the 3 seconds now. Patterson has it at the top of the key. Eli stumped to the corner. Pollock on the post, working on Sharpie. Tries the reverse layup, but instead is rejected.
Oh, great hustle by Big Walnut.
Foster on the last touch, and we're going the other way.
You gotta be a little quicker if you're Perrysburg right there, but once again, that's great hustle by Big Walnut, able to get back and to cause that turnover. Wow. We talk about conditioning early on in the season, and that's once again, that's just kudos to what these boys have been working hard.
So now showing a full court press, trying to wear down Big Walnut's offense. Pollock has it way up high. He has the mismatch of Gray. Stumpf on the crossover, works it inside of 8 feet. Rebound, Big Walnut, if he can hang on to it, just saves it. Now Scholl is underneath the basket, down at the teardrop.
Oh, that was a push, yep.
Using the body on the push, that'll be Scholl's 3rd foul. So 3:14 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Managed to cut the lead down to 9, but still facing a deficit as the possessions matter more and more. Now Cam Patterson looking up the floor, has Paymer on him, and he will pick up the foul. Hard foul, but a good clean one as well.
Yeah, that was a good foul right there. Not letting him get the easy lay in the transition.
So 3rd team foul, 3 for either side. Patterson can't get the first one to go down. Now for a chance at a 10-point lead. Misses the second as well. Inside of 3 minutes. Perrysburg has got a battle if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, do it quickly too, Bryce. Run out of time. Oh!
And Stumpf will pick up another foul. That's his 3rd, but Foster will go to the free throw line for the 3-point play and an opportunity to cut this lead to just 6.
You just see the relief on his face after he scored that one, Bryce. Like you said, he just wasn't able to get into that offensive rhythm as he wanted to this game because of foul trouble. Been making his presence on defense, but it's good to make his presence on offense. But got to finish those 2. You want to come back in this game, Bryce.
And unsuccessful on the 3-point play trip. With the 7-point lead, they run the weave at the top of the key. Pollock fading with his right hand, and a nice move as he kisses it off the glass. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Sharpie guarded by Scholl, gets a few steps on him and knocks it off the glass for 2. Timeout called. With that, we will take a super quick break. We'll be right back with you.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that? Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
back here for fourth quarter action at Alumni Hall. 2:02 remaining in the fourth quarter. Big Walnut looking to close it out as they host a 7-point lead. Of course, be sure to stay tuned with us after this game as we bring you the MVP interview and the post-game show. We're also bringing you the matchup between Cincinnati Aiken and Westerville North. That one taking place at 8 o'clock. Gabe Stumpf gets the basket. He has 5 on the night. .90 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter, and they'll call a foul. And with that being the 5th foul, they're now in the bonus, shooting 2. Foul going against Gabe Stumpf. That's his 3rd.
This is huge for Perrysburg. If they have any sense of coming back in this game, they're going to have to really attack this basket and move a little faster for urgency, Bryce, going forward.
And Paymer gets free throw number 1. Paymer has 19, looking for his 20th point with this free throw. And nothing but net on the second. Stumpf is fouled almost immediately, going with Aiden Zeckman, the sophomore, to make the foul.
Yeah, Bryce, it's looking like we're going to be playing a free throw game here shortly, just for Perrysburg to be able to kind of stop the clock and have a chance in this game going forward.
And Coach Stumpf responding in kind with the free throw friendly lineup. Eli Stumpf takes it across midcourt. Paymer guarding him closely, almost falls down but stays on his feet. Scholl has it underneath the basket. Now trapped, and they will call a foul, so that's the 5th team foul. 5 for either side, so Scholl's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 with 1:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
If you're Big Walnut here, you just want to put them away, hit these easy ones. That's a great start right there, guys.
Just sneaking over the front of the rim, got lucky there. Nice high-scoring game as well.
No, I had to double-check myself. Are we watching the Cavaliers tonight? What's going on?
And second free throw, same result as the first, a 9-point lead for Big Walnut. To the corner. And Perrysburg knocks down a huge triple, setting the lead at just 6, under a minute remaining here in the game. And Cameron Patterson is fouled as they look to stop the clock.
Yeah, Perrysburg is just not going easy into the night. It's going to be crucial for Big Walnut to hit these free throws going here on out, Bryce.
Seems like it's been the tale all night long where they'll get up by as many as 11, but that 6-point threshold that Perrysburg is having a little bit of trouble surpassing on the lead.
Yeah.
So Patterson looking for point number 5. And there it is. Down low and throwing it away on the turnover. 45 seconds remaining, and that could be the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Bryce. That's a tough one. You're going to need a little help to get back into this one.
So just inbounding it. They got a foul right away.
And it seems like they are not going to have the chance to.
Good peace of mind by Gabe Stumpf just to hold on to it. And we'll have a timeout called by Big Walnut. Full timeout called, so 34.6 remaining. We'll be right back with you.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that? Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
Just 35 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. And Big Walnut will take the foul, and Carson Scholl will go to the free throw line for 2 as they look to stop the clock. That's exactly who they want on the free throw line. Scholl, exceptional shooter. There's number 1, and I think that's going to set it just out of reach.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard for them to get back in this one, Bryce.
Now with the 10-point lead, the Golden Eagles looking to close out this one. Paymer
Wow.
tries the 3, but it's Stump that gets a hand on it. They get the offensive rebound looking underneath the basket. And Maxwell gets the 2 ball.
Ooh, hard foul right there.
Take another look. It does stop the clock with 16.3. Yeah, just kind of came over the top of them.
Yeah.
So gave Stump chance to add a couple more to his 5 points. Again, be sure to stay with us after the game as we bring you the MVP interview and the post-game show. A 3 from way out, still 10 seconds on the clock. Stump was the last one to touch it, and it'll stay with Perrysburg, 8.2 remaining.
Yeah, he shot that right next to my car, Bryce, in the parking lot.
Shooting the 3 is Bauer. Rebound goes to Scholl, and just like that, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles are your victors here at Alumni Hall of Ohio Dominican University, winning this one 74-66 over the Perrysburg Yellow Jackets. Stay with us for the postgame show and the MVP interview coming up next.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that?
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
This is Joshua Anderson here for our Central Star Home Health MVP. We have Carson Scholl just feeling the game tonight. Carson, can you give me a little bit what you saw tonight and what kind of made you kind of come alive this game, especially in the second half?
Yeah, I think coming out that first play of the game, I think it was, I hit the and 1-3, and that just got me going. That got my confidence up. But it's all just preparation coming to this game, knowing I had a big game.
Definitely. And Carson, give me a little bit. You don't really play these guys in the regular season. How did it feel to go against a non-conference team, especially kind of in the middle of the season right now?
Yeah, it's nice to play against teams from different areas just to get like a different feel for it, because they play a lot of different than the teams do from Central Ohio. So it's nice to play.
Definitely, definitely. Well, you got some great hoops this weekend. How do you feel about this win and kind of going on for the rest of your season?
I think it's our biggest win of the season so far. So it's really just going to be that staple win as we move forward.
Great. And not to take too much of your time, but do you have any shout-outs for your great game today?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout-out to both my parents, just let me do what I do, and all the coaches set me up for success. And then my boy back here, Brody, behind the camera. Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you so much for talking to us, and I hope you have a great night today and eat some good food for me, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
This Sunday, we need to get every tailgater a Pepsi to amp up their food's flavor.
We usually work on Sundays.
I'll cancel my plans.
Why would you throw that?
Pepsi does make it taste better.
Try it again with the pork. How do we get to the cooler? It's too crowded.
When in Philly.
Works every time.
final stats in this one. Perrysburg, 16 twos, 8 threes, 26 rebounds, 11 turnovers, 22 fouls, and 10 free throws. For Big Walnut, though, 16 twos, 10 threes, 32 rebounds, 8 turnovers, 18 fouls, and 12 free throws on the game. And in this one, really could have gone either way. It was Perrysburg that was leading early on in the first quarter and took a bit of work for Big Walnut to work back into this one, but eventually they got themselves a pretty commanding win here.
Yeah, Bryce, like you said, I feel like you just kind of look at the stats, they look pretty similar, but on the court, you can just kind of see that, like, there's a composure by Big Walnut, and that, they really just kind of, like, by a couple key people on their team just kind of stepped up and was able to kind of pack up this game as when it kind of became that crunch time, So, kudos to Perrysburg. They had a great and valiant effort, but I feel like Big Walnut kind of had this in the driver's seat. They didn't really look in the driver's mirror much after that.
Great point there. And so for Big Walnut, they are changing the fortunes on their season, coming into the game 6-4, but a big win here sets them at 7-4. And we talk about how tough this schedule is, but it really is shaping this Golden Eagles team into something special.
Definitely, Bryce. I always say it's better to be hot later on than early on sometimes. And you want to play your best basketball a month from now. And it just seems like, Big Walnut took a big step tonight doing so. Gained some confidence, being a great Perrysburg team tonight. And hopefully they'll be able to take some of that momentum to their conference play to finish up their season and to try to make a little noise, in postseason. So, it's a lot of basketball to be played left, and that's a good thing for both teams tonight, right?
So we will close this out here. We'll take one more opportunity to thank our sponsors who support our live and free coverage right here on the OH Report. I'd like to thank NAMI Ohio, the state's voice on mental illness. Sunbury Christian Church, it's about relationship, not religion. BS Media Productions. Need a commercial to showcase your business or promote that you're hiring? BS Media Productions is the most affordable, high-quality production company in North Central Ohio. Find them on Facebook. Central Star Home Health. When you wish upon a star, care will come to where you are. PepsiCo, food, drink, smiles, and Spherion Mid-Ohio. Spherion Mid-Ohio is proud to support our local athletes. We know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. I'm Bryce Coder, your play-by-play commentator and director for the evening. I'd like to thank all those watching at home. I'd also like to thank Joshua Anderson joining me in the booth on color commentary, as well as Brody Eckelbarger over on the camera. For those watching at home, if you're only watching this game and not catching the part 2 with Westerville North at 8 o'clock, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other.